For this final project of contour lines, what we are going to be doing is creating something called a tri-panel. If you take a look at the tri-panels below, a tri-panel is essentially a picture on three planes, and it's typically hinged together side by side. It could be one picture that the artist creates in three separate panels, or it can be multiple images that kind of go together. We are going to be creating a tri-panel contour line drawing of our shoe. So what I need you to do is you have to find your favorite pair of shoes. It can be a pair of sneakers, it can be a boot, it can be really any type of shoe, a slipper, anything that you want. On your three-panel contour line drawing, you're going to have a blind, a continuous, and a cross contour line drawing. So three separate drawings. Your tri-panel of your shoe must have three separate drawings, like I said, and you may use the following materials. So for the first section, for the blind contour line drawing of your shoe, remember this is done completely without looking at your paper. You can choose one of the following materials. You can either draw it with any drawing utensil, like a marker, a crayon, a colored pencil, even a Sharpie, or you can use paint with a Q-tip. I would like to see at least two different types of blind contour line drawings on your one panel. So for example, if you take a look back here, you can see that on the top panel of my drawing, you'll see that I actually did it twice, one with black paint and one with blue paint. So you are expected to do that as well, at least two different blind contour drawings, one on top of the other. It makes a really cool look. The second section, you are going to have a continuous line contour drawing of your shoe. That means you are using one line to create your drawing. You will choose from the following materials. You can use string with glue, just like we did in class, or wire. I will explain in the next slide how you can do both. The third section is going to be your cross contour line drawing. So the materials that you can use is you can either do drawing with any drawing utensils and then create the cross contour lines as you see in the bottom panel of mine, or you can use drawing as well to make the outlines and then use the masking tape just like we did in class. Here's a quick video on how I created my three-panel drawing of my shoe. For our final project for our contour line drawings, you are going to create something called a triptych. A triptych is when you have three different panels that are connected to each other, and usually the same picture is in them, or there's one picture that is combined between the three of them. So within each of your kind of sections of your artwork, you are going to be creating different contour line drawings of your shoe. Okay, so you can bring a shoe into school, or you can, if you're working at home, you can obviously grab any shoe. It could be your favorite shoe. This is one of my favorite shoes that I wear, so I brought this to school with me. So with our contour line drawing of our shoe, we're going to do something very similar that we did with our drawings with our hands. So within each of your sections, as I said, there's going to be a different contour line drawing of your shoe. Within the first section, you are going to grab your shoe and you're going to do a blind contour drawing. So this means you are looking just at your shoe while you are drawing or using Q-tip and paint. Remember, you can use a Sharpie to draw, you can use a pencil, you can use a colored marker, you can do more than one blind contour drawing on this. You can layer them if you want. The first section, you are able to draw it. If you don't want to draw and you want to get creative, just like we did in class, remember you can use paint and a Q-tip, okay? And you could do more than one contour painting on your section. Just a reminder, once again, a blind contour line drawing, you are just looking at your shoe and you are drawing what you see and you're looking at every edge very carefully and slowly and intently. All right, for the next section of our artwork for our final project, you are going to be doing a continuous line drawing of your shoe. Okay, so remember, keep your shoe in front of you. This is important to always have this. For the one that if you choose to use string or glue, remember you get to choose which one you do in each of these sections. If you decide to use string or glue, just remember to yourself, you're going to take some glue, you'll take a paintbrush as well, you'll have your shoe in front of you, you're allowed to look at your shoe and your paper. You're going to dip your paintbrush in your glue, and you're going to start to essentially make the contour lines or the edges of your shoe. After you put the glue down, you will then take your string and you can start to kind of mold your shoe however you feel is necessary. Okay, that's one idea that you can use there. If you don't want to do the string and glue, remember, I also love when we do wire. So, what we can do is you can take some wire. You can also take a piece of tape because it's harder to do like we did in class. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to tape down your wire where you want to start. And then, just like we did in class with our partners, we're going to start to mold the wire along the contours of our shoe. Okay, instead of doing our hand, though, we are doing our shoe. And obviously, going nice and slow and really trying to get every edge as carefully as possible is going to make this really successful. After you complete your wire, you are allowed to take it off and then you can glue it right to this piece of paper. We can use hot glue to do that. So remember, continuous line drawing is one continuous line. The options that you can use are either string and glue or wire and hot glue. All right, no cutting is allowed in this section. The last section is going to be super simple as well. Once again, we're doing a cross contour. So that is when you create essentially a regular contour line drawing of your shoe. And then you're going to start to think about how does the shoe and the planes of the shoe fold, or are they straight, right? So you want to start thinking about that. So the two options that you have here is you can draw a cross contour line with a marker, with a pen, with a pencil. It really is up to you. Or you can do the masking tape technique that we did in class. What you will have to do first is you will have to obviously just draw a quick contour line drawing of your shoe. So I'm just going to do this really quick just so that you're aware of what I'm talking about. Okay, so a quick contour line drawing of your shoe needs to be done in pencil or in a marker. And then what you'll be able to do is you'll be able to take the masking tape and start to tear it in half, just like we talked about in class. And you can start to create these cross contours depending on the planes or the surface of your shoe. Okay, and then you can always take a marker after it and kind of outline a little bit more of your shoe just to kind of get a better understanding of where the shoe is. All right. So at the end of the day, what you're going to have is you're going to have a triptych. And in your artwork, you're going to have a blind contour of your shoe drawing or using Q-tip, a continuous line drawing of your shoe using string or wire, and a cross contour line drawing of your shoe using either just drawing and drawing and masking tape.